Everybody, please help! Help! One of our planes is missing, said Malaysian Airlines on the news this afternoon. Now, what's going off on there?
Interesting about this Malaysia Airlines thing. You notice that there's two guys got on with allegedly forged stolen passports?
Oh, so the security checks are good, are they?
Well, I wondered how they managed to find that out now it's gone missing.
So they knew that they were using fraudulent stolen passports, so they still let them on the plane. Anybody else interesting on the plane?
Yeah, there was about 20 engineers working on
free energy,
yeah,
by any chance?
Electric vehicles.
Free energy electric vehicles.
Which of course would put the petrol, diesel producers out of business. So just strange. Now also, this is something you may not have heard. When the plane disappeared, obviously there's a lot of hoo-ha. Well, one of the relatives tried calling the mobile of one of the people on the plane. Guess what? It rang, but didn't get answered. Almost sounds similar to a scenario we had back in 9/11 when the plane that's supposed to have crashed into the ground actually landed at an airport, and then, before it landed, everybody that was in the airport had to leave the airport, not by car, they had to walk. And then the plane came in, landed, and allegedly, or were presuming, that they then took them off and executed them. After they'd made a few phone calls, of course.
Thought phones don't work on planes, but they do. We've been on planes before, and I've left the phone on. Well, and every time it goes through the country, it says, welcome to Turkey, welcome to Italy, welcome to Egypt, welcome to...
interestingly,
welcome to Iraq.
In 2004, I think it was American Airlines, actually did a big... TV advert saying how they'd now installed technology on their planes so you could now make phone calls from planes. Yet on 9/11, some phone calls were allegedly made from planes. How does that work? So,
now, a plane has gone missing. I mean, these are big planes. Have you ever been on one of those? We've been on one of those before.
Yeah.
It's a 777, huge airliner. Apparently has 100% pretty much... Safety record. Although there've been two incidents where a hull dropped out of one. One was in an airport, but one was while it was flying.
Another thing about that, they claim to have discovered a 20-mile oil slick. Well, one of the things you should realise is planes don't carry
run on
oil.
No, they run on kerosene, which is the cheapest stuff they throw out of the refinery. It's it's kerosene. It's what your lawnmower runs on. They're blasting through the engines that much, but you just get that lift. My daughter's husband works for Rolls-Royce, and he's an aircraft engine engineer. He's a genius. He knows what he's talking about. So yeah, you'd think Malaysia, a huge corporation like Malaysian Airlines, would actually maybe have a couple of small planes or a helicopter to go look for it.
Would be simple enough to do, wouldn't it?
Right, they do have tracking devices on them. It just seems to have vanished out of thin air.
Almost like maybe the transponder was turned off.
It's an absolute mystery, isn't it? Yeah. Are they going to blame this on terrorism, so-called terrorism? You know, terrorists took over the airplane and they've flown it into invisibility.
I wonder if those two terrorists that were actually on dodgy passports. Or is it something more sinister going on?
You know, if you go to Kuala Lumpur airport, there's hardly any security there. You can see it on the news if you have a look. Not that I'd really want to watch the news, because it's just propaganda, isn't it? Anyway, if anybody can help, anybody out there on the World Wide Web, in internet land, internet world, if anybody can help, is there any pilots out there? Does anybody know anything about missing planes? I mean, is there any pyramids? Is there a Bermuda Triangle underneath the South China Seas between Kuala Lumpur and where it was going to? I can't remember now.
Beijing.
It was going to China, yeah. I mean, is there some crystal pyramid underneath the sea where it keeps vanishing? It'll be very interesting if anybody can find this missing aeroplane. It's pretty big. Pretty big. I would suggest to Malaysian Airlines that they buy a helicopter and go and look for it. Thank you for now.
See ya.
See you later.